Great. Good morning, everybody. I'm here in our meditation room, painter studio. There's a pool over there with Sanjai. And we are doing a morning meditation. And Lily is behind the camera. So this week, we hope we've got much better sound. We even have a little thing saying meditate with us. So when we meditate, we don't move the camera, we just zoom in. And so we can keep that sense of peacefulness. So the first thing is, can you hear us all right? That's the first thing we want to know. And I'm sorry we didn't do one last week, but we did, what did we do last week? We did cleansing your system with Sanjai, with Shabir.
Okay.
You haven't met Shabir?
No.
I think you two would get on. Do you think that Sanjai would get on with Shabir? For those of you who know Shabir in the bathroom, I think you'll get on very well. He's sort of pharmacologist who does supplements, and he looks at the body and cleaning our system, lots of things. So for those who are joining new, because we did, in New Magazine, we promoted on the 3rd of January and 4th of January, we said we're going to do it every week. So last week there were lots of people who DM'd me and said, why aren't you doing it this week? So I just want to introduce the concept of what we do to that new time audience. So do you want to just give a few little notes? Because I know that in my past, when I've been trying to learn meditation, Sanjai, I've been told many different things, like look at a candle, sit in a certain position and make sure you stay there. And then I get so nervous in that position that I can't then relax into a meditation. Having a mantra. I think anyone who's even listening to this must have at some stage perhaps had a previous experience with meditation. But this is the only one that works for me. You're the only one that works for me.
No,
because I get to live in both worlds. I get to not just be trying to empty my mind and feel quiet, but I get to let my normal life go on in the back of my head, and I'm slowly being introduced the idea of just gently focusing on your voice, and it's not just about hear waves crashing. And I think when things for me in a meditation are more specific, because Sanjai and I do some meditations by ourselves too, where we get even more specific. So if anyone wanted to be really specific about things, whether it's some questions people have asked before about, we've had questions about grief, about feeling low, about having that person in your life who's an undue influence and you want to diminish their influence in your life, because I spoke about that at the very beginning of how Sanjai helped me with that, and we made somebody smaller and smaller physically wherever I imagined them. So if they were sitting opposite me in a restaurant, their feet could hardly handle the end of the chair, and if they were talking to me, they were like a little doll in the chair. In any situation, if they were walking beside me, they were like a tiny, tiny thing, and it just, that physicality, changing them physically in my head, how I viewed them, took away their power over me. So we've done a few things, haven't we, along the way?
We have so far, yes.
For a few years.
Indeed, yeah.
Are there any questions yet, Lily?
No, everyone's just saying that the sound is fantastic. Dan is sat in his face mask ready for this, and everyone can't wait for meditation.
Fantastic, Dan. I think it's something that it's great if you're up this early. So what are we going to do at On Stay?
Well, continuing with looking at creating an empowering vision for your future, we've got to keep it general enough that everyone can be included within it.
Yeah.
So I would say for me personally, I get clients who some are very specific, looking for unique things in their life. Some are more open-minded and have no idea why someone's recommended them to come and see me. But we begin a conversation, and it's amazing, whatever they come for is not really what they've come for.
Yeah.
Consciously you think you're coming for one thing, but unconsciously there's another reason why the engagement's happened, and to be open to that.
Yeah. It's never what you think it is. So can we also, because Monday is meant to be the most depressing day of the year, I totally ignore these things, but because I work sometimes on This Morning, they mentioned this to me. And I thought it's great, we do Visioning Your Future, but also if some people are feeling still that January flatness, that we could do our energy balls.
Sure.
That you can put and take with you anywhere, ladies and boys. So, yeah, I'm ready when you are.
Okay, well, let's begin then.
So, Sanjai, it's just now time to close your eyes and listen to Sanjai's voice. And Lily's going to zoom in on our little thing here, and at the end we'll take questions. Okay.
Great. So again, just take some time to really be comfortable. And you know you're comfortable because your body's not giving you any reaction. And then when you're ready to close your eyes, and with your imagination, just start to sense your feet, your knees, your hips. Equally, get a sense of your shoulders and your arms. And then, if you need to make any final adjustments, just to bring your body even more comfortable, so that when you breathe in, there's no distraction. Let's begin from your face. Relax the forehead. Allow the eyes to settle into the sockets. Just see if you can relax the jawbone so the tongue can soften. And just take 2 breaths from your nostrils into the mouth. And just imagine the space inside the mouth just expanding like a balloon. And there's more space there. And then equally, relaxing the shoulders. And whatever we have going on in our mind, it's affecting our body. And then use your hands as a reflection of what's going on in your mind. And in your imagination, just feel your left hand like a gentle flower opening to sunlight. You can imagine a flower in your hand just gently opening, petal by petal. And as the petals open, there's a wonderful aroma, and you can see the colors at the same time. Equally, imagine a flower just gently opening, very naturally, very organically, the sun just shining, and your hand is just relaxing. And here in London it's morning, and just notice how your physical body is feeling today. So just ask your body how it's feeling today. And be inquisitive and be open to whatever comes to you. And then as you breathe, start to pay attention to the breath in and the breath out. Allow yourself the time to breathe, and allow yourself space to breathe. Take 2 gentle breaths into the front of the body, and just feel everything getting smoother, quieter, easier. And take 2 smooth breaths into the left side of the body, and really imagine and sense and feel the whole left side just kind of melting and softening and relaxing. And take 2 gentle, slow, long breaths into the right side of the body. And again, with your amazing imagination, just imagine things melting, relaxing, and softening. And then sense your left hand all the way to the fingertips. With your eyes closed, imagine you can see your hand and you can feel your hand vibrating, coming alive. And then in your left hand, imagine a round, smooth ball of energy. A very peaceful, round, smooth ball of energy. It's more peaceful than your mind. It's more quieter than your body. It's just a peaceful, gentle, smooth ball of energy. And inside it is just pure energy. Bright colors, light colors, uplifting colors. And just by breathing, and without any effort, you're absorbing the energy within the ball. With each breath, all that energy is turning into liquid energy, and it flows through the left side of the body. And it creates, for some of you, a warm sensation. For others, a cooling sensation. Others will feel tingling and prickling and electricity. But whatever it is, it's just your body of accepting energy. And continue just breathing slowly, receiving energy, and welcoming that energy. And then equally imagine in your right hand another smooth, effortless ball of energy. And the ball of energy in your right hand can be exactly the same in your left hand or totally different. Equally, the sensation it creates on the right side may be totally different, and it's okay. It might be less, it might be more, but just know, just by breathing in, you're gently absorbing all the energy. And whenever your body absorbs energy, it feels more alive, it feels more healthy, and it feels as though everything is becoming integrated and aligned. And then simultaneously, sense both balls in both hands. And again, just notice, do you feel more the impression in one hand than the other? And now with your imagination, imagine the energy flowing around the whole of your skin, around your outer body, as though it's creating an aura of invincibility, of empowerment around you. It's charging you, it's energizing you, and it's uplifting you. And then with your imagination, as you're breathing, just imagine now the energy from the two balls coming now inside the tissues of your skin, then the layers of tissue inside the body, and in whichever way, imagine energy flowing through the body, but with the body. It flows so peacefully, it flows so easily, that it's just a joy to receive. And you'll feel your body coming more alive. The softness of your breath, the liquid nature of your breathing, and you're starting to fill with energy. Imagine now energy coming around your mind and your brain, And imagine the aura around your brain, around your mind, getting brighter and lighter and even more creative, so that fun ideas come to you, wonderful ideas come to you as you breathe. And you're breathing slow and deep with the body, through the body, and the liquid nature of the energy that you're absorbing and the gentleness of your breathing, it's bringing steadiness to you. You're becoming calmer, you're becoming clearer, you're becoming focused. With your eyes closed, imagine that there was a mist around you, and as you're receiving and absorbing energy, the brightness and the radiance of this energy is clearing the mist in front of you, above you, behind you, and around you, so that you are more clearer, you are far more present, more aware, more vibrant, and more alive. Your awareness of your body, your sensitivity in the body, becoming really heightened to a very enjoyable level. And these gentle breaths in, these gentle breaths out, the ball of energy in your left hand is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And the ball of energy in your right hand is getting stronger and more powerful and more vibrant. And exactly the energy you need for today to make it a wonderful day, a great day, you're receiving with ease. You're just moving, easing yourself into the day, and it feels good to be you. It feels great to be you. So just see how that feels, to breathe and to receive and to just slowly, gently coming alive. Your mind more focused and clearer, your body more energized, and emotionally feeling greater within yourself. Just gentle, slow, peaceful breaths. Breathing so deep inside you that even you're amazed. Notice how much space there is. Notice how much peace there is. Notice how much calmness there is inside. And then taking your time, when you're ready, sense now your feet, sense now a new aliveness in your knees and your hips, sense now new energy in your shoulders, in your arms, in your mind. And when you'd like to, if you'd like to, coming back to fingers, coming back to toes, to open the eyes when you're ready.
Oh, how did everyone find that?
How's that for you, first of all?
I found that when we last did it, my mind was flitting. But I
Mm.
think when you had said to me at the beginning about worrying about whatever, and you said, even before we started recording, I think, we only have today,
Yeah.
in your matter-of-fact way.
Yeah.
Then I think it helped me to do the meditation and just, whenever those thoughts coming in, just saying, this is about today. So I felt tingling,
Mm.
and then I felt a bit of cool. I
Mhm.
didn't feel much warm in my
Okay.
left hand,
Yeah.
and then I felt more in my left hand than right hand.
Absolutely fine.
And the most powerful part of that meditation for me was clearing the fogginess of my brain,
Okay.
because I really felt it. I don't know, I know your eyes were open, Lily, but I don't know if you felt a bit too, if you would
Yeah, definitely.
just...
It's kind of hard to not become absorbed
Yeah,
in it.
exactly. And I did feel that sort of literally like my brain being washed feeling,
Mhm.
and sort of the light washing it through. And
Mhm.
I love that thing of the mist, because I just felt it just broke down through to the power of the shine. I don't know if that's what you said, but that's where I went off to.
That's fine. Yeah.
And my hardest thing right now, probably, of the things I need, is there's so much information inside my head,
Mhm.
and I am having to think of so many things. I'm always writing lists to remember what I have to tell people. That just to feel less foggy in my head,
Yes.
so that I can reach for the most important thing easiest, and that's, I think, what it is, because not everything has the same importance, and not everything can be done.
Yeah.
And instead of panicking myself up and winding myself up, I'm sort of think, in that I'll be able to do it, and pluck it out. But I have to say, last Monday, I had done some filming here, slightly unsatisfactory filming, and just I couldn't get into my zone. You know,
Yeah.
I need to be in my zone, and we were doing culling. I'd done scarves and belts, and I couldn't get into it. And then I decided I've just got to cut it short. Went back to the office with someone I was filming with, and then I let them go in, and I sat in my car and I did your meditation.
Okay.
And changed my whole day. It's
Wonderful.
so weird. And then somebody else had said on our live that day that they'd done the same, but it is sometimes the things you least expect will give you a shift, because you just think, well, how's that going to do it? And you'll try and give yourself every answer why it shouldn't do something before you'll let it do something.
Yeah.
So I wonder, how did everyone else feel? And did you know, one doesn't have to feel all of the things or any of the things, but what did you feel when you were doing the meditation?
Lots of people are saying that they felt really good and that it was easy to follow, and that they felt it a lot more on their left side too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if there's a reason for that, but
Yeah.
and lots of them are wearing face masks.
That's kind of, why not double? I love a double whammy.
Maybe we should try that next time. I've never tried it, but I'm not sure I'll be able to speak with the mask under drying
it's
out.
just that kind of Sunday morning, and you know you've got a lot of things to do. You can do two of those things in one
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
And then we do have a couple of questions.
Absolutely.
How can someone use meditation to help with PMS or hormone imbalance?
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm not sure how well people will be able to hear me if the microphones are over there. So.
Yeah. So the question was, how much could doing a meditation help with sort of monthly hormonal imbalance?
Well, if you look historically, at one point in our time, women valued the monthly cycle, and at that point it was seen as something sacred, and they had a routine for it, and you stepped outside of your normal everyday activities. We've
Are we
now
going
kind
back
of,
to the Greeks?
well, Greeks, ancient India, whatever.
Yes, but I mean not 15th century England. This is like
No,
way back.
way back.
Yeah.
We're going way back. Yeah. Obviously now we've kind of changed. Now we understand in terms of science, biology, all these things, but in your unconscious, you're carrying a collective of women for thousands and thousands of years that have not liked that.
Yeah.
And so it's passing through our DNA.
Yeah.
As a woman, you're then receiving it from your ancestors. Yes. So how you respond to it, it changes how you experience it.
Okay.
Same with the meditation, if you just welcomed it, we're using a lot of energy nowadays in terms of fighting and struggling with life.
Yeah.
It's a cold day outside. I got out this morning, it was cold. But if I relax into the day, it was okay. But if I'm fighting, oh my God, why is it cold? Why this or the other? You're expending a lot of energy for no apparent reason, which is not beneficial for you. So equally, you'll notice when you're going through PMS, your body is changing chemically, hormonally. If you can understand your pattern and get out of the unconscious habits that each person's in, then you'll start to change your relationship with it. And if the moment you can start to see it positively, it becomes that.
Okay, that's good. Good bit of advice.
And again, the main thing is notice how you stop breathing, because you get cramps and things like that. So notice how you stop breathing, and that tightens and hardens things up.
Yeah.
And if you just relax and just breathe, it's okay. It
It's
changes.
just something I pick up for you, which is so simple, but in moments of stress and anxiety, I do stop breathing, and
All
it's
of
a
us.
weird expression,
All
stop
of us.
breathing. But it's like I stop being aware of the power that my breath can give me, just to give me energy to do things. So it's
Yeah.
that kind of, I'm really feeling it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Your breath can either bring you into the flow, or it can block you, depending on what you're doing. Yeah.
We've had lots of people ask about anxiety and panic attacks, but I guess everything you said kind of ties into that too, about remembering to...
Yeah, anxiety and panic attack again you're imagining something, and again you're imagining something in a negative form, and then equally then you're adding emotions to it, which kind of fires it up even further. And if you can pay attention to the physical body, notice the physical sensations, then you can override what's going on in your imagination.
Yeah. We could do one. I mean, how many people identify with that feeling of or just perhaps wanting a meditation when they're feeling really panicked or worried or anxious?
Yeah, maybe we
It's
can do
that
something next time
anxiousness,
then
isn't
for
it? Should we
anxiety.
would that
Sure.
be an interesting one to do next time? So if you quite like to do that one, just kind of, we could do a poll perhaps afterwards on one, but we might put that on the list, Lily, anxiety, because it's something we can all suffer.
Definitely. And then lots of people are saying, what is this great man's name?
Sanjai, if you've just joined, this is Sanjai, and Sanjai and I have known each other for about 5 years.
That's right.
And I started meditation with him when I was just feeling a bit flat and not knowing really what was going on. And I think that we've probably done, I don't know how many together, 50, 70. And each time I just learn a little bit more about how helpful it is. And I'd always been very anxious, and not anxious, wrong word, dismissive of anything alternatively, transcendental meditation. And yet in my youth let's try this and let's try that. And then I think as I got older, I did. So this has been my most successful route into understanding meditation and doing it and making it a little part of my life. And since we've been doing this, actually, for the ladies, selfishly for me as well too, I am meditating twice a week or 3 times a week now, which I haven't been doing
That's
since
wonderful.
I very first met you.
Yeah.
A couple of people have asked, meditation makes them very sleepy. Is this normal?
Yeah, normally most of the time people don't realize how tired they are in today's society, that we don't value the simple things of sleep. So when you first begin meditating, you'll tend to go to an edge of where meditation and sleep, they're kind of side by side. And if you're tired, it will take you into that sleepy state, which is okay. So you might find you nod off, but you'll wake up fresh and alive, that's okay. But eventually, bit by bit, as your body recuperates from fatigue, then you have the awareness to stay awake and alive.
And you always say to me that even when you're asleep, something goes into
Stuff's going on.
subconscious,
Yeah, you might not be aware of it.
but it's
Your conscious mind might go somewhere else, but what your body needs on an unconscious level, it's getting. Trust in that.
Another person has just asked, can pain block your ability to meditate?
interesting. Pain. Can pain block your ability? Or how can you use perhaps meditation to help you with pain?
Yeah.
And I wonder if the two go together. They're a different question. But
What I try and teach people is, where are you coming from? this morning, right now, where are you coming from?
A place of pain, but that's more emotional pain?
Yeah.
Or what if they have physical pain? What if
It's
they
the
have
same thing.
Okay.
For physical pain, I'm sending receptors through to a part of my body. That part is sending me pain messages back, so it's telling me I'm in pain.
Yeah.
Yes? But what they're understanding now in science is, equally, you can choose to start to come from a point of no pain. Between now and somewhere in the future, you're going to heal.
Okay, this is very, I think I see where you're coming from, but so can you describe that again for somebody who's really feeling a sort of early morning Sunday stupidity?
Okay,
I've had a knee operation. I don't know how.
Well, let's make it simple.
Yeah.
A paper cut.
Yeah. Okay, I've got one right
We've
here,
all had that, yes?
which I'm playing with.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So it's universal. We all had a
paper
cut.
Who's
yes?
got a paper cut here
Right.
watching? Yeah.
When you first get that paper cut, isn't it amazing how powerful it is? It's like my world's over. I'm going to die.
Incredible.
Your mind just doesn't go anywhere. It just keeps on going to that one thing. Yes? And yet by itself, you're not doing anything. You might put something on it, but within a couple of days, the body starts to heal and you've forgotten that you ever had it.
And I think the fingers heal the quickest because mine's even given me extra skin to heal with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's incredible, the healing power. So
that's right.
Yeah.
So our body's on a physical journey of healing, and that takes time.
Yeah.
But as a consciousness, you can go already forward to the point where it's healed and come from there, rather than coming from that first point or where I cut myself.
What does it take us in our training of meditation and things to be able to get to that place? Because that, to me, when I hear it, I think, whoa, you've got to be so...
Not really.
So why not really?
You're doing that all the time.
How?
You're on a plane. Yes, you're going on holiday.
Yeah.
You're on the plane, but your mind is so excited. When I get there, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, you're already on
You're
the
already
beach.
there.
Yeah.
Same thing when you've cut yourself with that paper cut. You're going back to that point when you cut yourself.
Got it.
And most of the time, why did I do this? All that kind of noise.
So true.
Yes.
Yeah. So true.
Either you're blaming yourself or you're blaming someone else for giving you that cut there, right? We're not in acceptance that it's there. But if you accept it, like I said, you'll save so much energy and time. Go forward and start to come from...
It's gone.
Yeah. Suddenly, it will stop the throbbing and the pulsing it's doing because you're doing it. This is how powerful you are.
Okay, I think I need to watch that one back.
Okay.
I'm excited by what that could
Yeah,
be.
take that cut and just go from the future into the present. Does that change? Where are you coming from?
I'm really interested. Could we do a meditation, Sanjay, to help us do that? Would you be interested in that? I love the idea of taking us into the future to make the present more objective, in a way.
Yeah.
Whether it's pain or whether it's... I mean, it is, when we talked about visioning your future, and you read all those books I've read over the years, like The Secret, all those things, it's imagining yourself in the future where you want to paint the future what it is. Is it a little bit of that?
Well, the main thing is there's a difference between imagining, daydreaming, fantasizing, and manifesting.
And manifesting is where you want.
Manifesting is, then it's having a physical effect in your personal life.
Yeah.
Daydreaming is just wandering off somewhere else. You're really avoiding where we are. Fantasies, it's wonderful to play on a computer game or whatever, but not taking charge of this adventure as well.
Yeah.
The moment you start to make this physical adventure equally as enjoyable as your other adventures in your mind, then you're manifesting.
Okay. We're going to do that next week. I feel it. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sharon has asked if you're not thinking about, what if you're not thinking about the pain, but it still hurts? But maybe that's something we can touch on.
Yeah, look, there's a physical pain. I've injured my knee or this, that, the other. There's a physical pain. But there's a difference between the physical pain that you're experiencing and then mentally and emotionally what you're amplifying to that pain,
Yeah.
the meaning you're giving it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've injured my knee, so today I'll be able to do less walking or whatever. Now I've realigned myself to the pain. But the complaining, oh my God, I'll never be able to do this again, I'll never play tennis again, then you're adding far more to it.
And you think that
than necessary.
mental stress manifests in physical pain?
Yes,
Yeah.
Which is how people
Yes.
walk on glass and things like that.
yes, you can overcome, yes.
Okay.
And then a couple of people have asked whether we should be drinking water after a meditation.
One thing you'll constantly find, again, when you meditate, that we are so dehydrated nowadays. And so we have a glass of water next to you, you will always feel thirsty afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a good thing, yeah.
Perfect. What is the best time of day for someone to be meditating?
I don't personally prescribe a specific time. Make some time, but just value the fact that 5 or 10 minutes of closing your eyes, it would really change the whole of your day. And so you decide, I want to do it in the morning, afternoon, or evening, that's up to you. But do it.
Yeah, and I think it doesn't matter the time, it's finding the space. You know,
Yeah.
I've been in my office and gone in the loo and meditated, and the lovely thing of Sanjay's meditations is they are about 8 to 11 minutes each. And we've put them all on Trinny London so you can hear them. And we might put them on Instagram TV just to have easier access. I think we'll work out if we can do that. But we have been talking, beginning to chat, Sanjay and I, about if you would do a podcast, and I think that'd be really good. But I think we need to think about it and have a chat,
Sure.
how it would look like. Okay, any other questions?
Sarah is asking how meditation beads tie into meditation.
Sorry, I missed it.
Meditation beads tie into meditation.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, in some cultures, they decided that if you were doing something physical and repetitive, it kind of gets you into a pattern.
Yeah.
Yes. If you do it rhythmically, if you do it naturally, it equally creates kind of rhythms inside you. Take a baby, he or she's crying,
Yeah.
and if you rock them rhythmically,
Yeah.
they kind of
Soothe.
soothe.
Yeah.
Because as a baby, the first thing we're used to is the rhythm of our mother's heart.
Heartbeat. Yeah.
Yes. So rhythm is necessary. And if any time you do anything with rhythm, people like to go jogging or running, the same principle.
Yeah.
You're getting into rhythm.
Yeah.
So it's the same principle with a bead. Do it at a rhythmic manner, and then you start to slow things down, and it gives you some effect. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the last couple of questions, can meditation help with grieving?
Yes, I think we dealt with something.
Should we do a
previously.
grieving one as well? I feel we had quite a few people ask. I mean, do you think it's one that we might just think after how we can incorporate that?
Well, grieving, it's
You helped me with grieving.
yeah, but if you really want to, energetically, we hold grief in the chest, in our stomach, and in the rib cage. Intrinsically, when we're going through grief, our body naturally kind of hunches forward, and we want to kind of protect
Hold it
ourselves.
in, yeah.
So that's the kind of natural way that we hold ourselves when we're in grief. So that person needs to open and expand. So that's why yoga, physical stretching is good, but to breathe in and through the body. So maybe we could do a podcast on that.
Yeah.
That would be something, a longer subject to really get into
Yeah.
properly.
You do yoga, don't you?
Yes,
Can we do a yoga one with you?
we can, sure.
Would you like that, ladies? Sanjay is a man of many talents.
Should you be meditating alone or in a group?
There are advantages and disadvantages. When you're in your own space, you're not being affected by other people. If you look at all world religions, the reason why churches and temples and mosques were created they were designed that people came together as a group and they meditated together, whether they had prayers or whatever, and that the group would create a resonant energy. So that's another way. It depends.
I like that feeling. My mother, many, many years ago, who was a really unreligious person, and during the Second World War, there was somebody, they were all, you know, a friend to many, and my father was a part of the Scottish Church. But they did these kind of huge prayer sessions, you know, and and they felt it was the power of the prayer that got the woman walking again from the hospital bed. But I like the idea when we're meditating that because we're doing it in our own space, but we're together through technology,
Yeah.
there is that sort of collective sense that we all are taking time out for ourselves on a Sunday morning to give something back into our body.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel great that we can do that together live, as opposed to, when I listen to them on my own, it's a different type of meditation from when I do with you, but it's still as powerful, just different.
Well, see, again, our conscious mind would say the two of us are sitting here and you've got all these other people elsewhere, but at an unconscious level, we're all connecting. We're all connecting at the same moment. So you don't have to be in a physical space to get the group value of it. Yeah.
How do we find an intention to concentrate on while meditating?
This is a big one, because I remember you got me around that belief that I had to be focusing on something.
Well, look, yeah, I mean, there are some days I just focus on just breathing. Equally then, if there are certain things I need to focus on in terms of professional or personal life, then I bring that intention in. And when you bring that clarity, it's amazing how noise clears. And as you say quite rightly, that which you need, you can start to distinguish between background noise and what's very important.
Yeah. I mean, it's like even during our meditation, when you were saying about emptying the fog, and what I imagined was all my work things, and then just when the fog cleared, not a specific one, but just the ability for me to think clearly came into my head, that I can think clearly, and I can just focus on that thing. So
clarity is our true nature. Clarity is our default.
You just contradicted yourself.
Why?
You said clarity is your true nature.
Yes.
Oh, clarity is your default. Default
Is our true nature. Our true nature
so
is
that meant defect.
peace, calm and clear.
Yeah.
That is what we are.
Aren't we fight or flight?
Those are things historically we've learnt in our life. But nowadays, again, we're not sleeping enough, we're not resting enough, and we're overusing our mind. So we're going away from our natural nature.
Okay. Yeah. So bring it back.
Make life easy and simple and enjoyable.
And then the last question is, how long should someone be meditating for? What's the correct duration?
Again, there's no time. I would really say do it at a point where you're not concerned about time. If you're in a rush, I get a lot of people when they first start meditating, they try and do it into their morning routine. But by trying to do that, their head is always automatically catch the train, breakfast, I've got to do this, that, the other. Then physically they might be sitting there for 10 minutes, but they're not in meditation. Yeah.
So it could be when they say, I've got time to sit down and watch EastEnders for half an hour, or when I just think, I better go and call somebody now that I've made time for that. It's
over time, you will realize when you are in the zone, really there, and then you'll realize most of the time when you're not there. I did Vipassana where you sit there for 10 hours a day, and I found, in that 10 hours a day, there were short chunks where I was really there. Vast amount, there was pain and this and that noise.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's why I really decide in my own philosophy is just to do it, and my body will let me know when to move on.
And I think even doing it when I know that I've got the shopping list in the back of my head of other things I have to do.
Yes.
The fact that I'm doing it takes 10 minutes, I can calm myself enough to say, don't worry about that thing, it's 10 minutes.
Yeah, but remember we began a couple of weeks ago, I said just take one breath.
Yeah.
If nothing else, you've got no time, whatever, just take one slow, full breath, and it will change your outlook and perspective.
Should we do that now for those who have joined? Should we just take one breath? Take a breath.
Just close your eyes and just take an enjoyable breath that's just for you, not for anyone else, just for you. And see if you can just hold that breath just for a moment, let it really fully absorb inside, and then let it out when you feel like it. And just see how that feels, just for you. And only for you.
Thank you, Sanjay.
Pleasure.
Such a lovely way to start Sunday morning. Hope you enjoyed it, ladies, and we'll try and do it. I think next Sunday we have Josh Wood, and we're talking about, are we ready to go grey and hair colour? So very different, Sanjay.
Join the club.
And then if you're around the Sunday after,
Sure.
should we have a little look and see, maybe we try and do you every other weekend?
Sure,
Would be
great.
All right, have a great day, ladies.
Everyone asking where they can watch this again.
Yes, very good idea. So what we'll do is we will upload this. Are we going to upload it today? We're going to upload this today onto the blog. So if you go on trinnylondon.com and then you look up Trinny Time blog, and it's under health, and it will be the latest one under health there, and you just press the play button. Great, ladies. And we'll put it, have we put them on YouTube as well?
I believe so.
I think we have too, so probably it'll be on YouTube too. Okay. Bye.